I don't want to deal with the elevator people. I don't want to deal with the escalator people. I don't want to deal with the popcorn lady, who's probably a pretty awesome person. Like, what's your version of putting hands on you? Like,
Hey, you trying to rush? You think you're gonna rush a move and the boy punch you in your chest right quick?
Cut to it, cut to it. Let's get down to it. Cut to it, cut to it, cut to it. Let's get down to it.
Welcome to another unbelievable episode with one of the most fantastic people I've known to walk the face of the earth, Coley Mick. And then we got a special guest, Central South Carolina's finest, the 19th overall pick out of Clemson, South Kakalaki, man, Shaq Lawson. What's up, dog? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm not too bad. You know myself, and then let me introduce you to Coley Mick. He's out in Boston. He's a huge Boston fan. Anything about Boston, you name it, he's all over it. I mean, if they had a Boston snail race, he'd be the biggest fan. I mean, he is all into Boston. So you already know who his favorite team is, the New England Patriots, right? He has, how many rings do you guys have? The New England Patriots? Six rings. Coley, however, just like most fans, he has zero, just like me.
I've ridden in those championship parades. I don't know why you're talking to me like this, but I appreciate Shaq being here. And yeah, let's start there. Why have you signed with every team in the East except for the Patriots? What gives?
I did, right? I did. I don't know. I ain't know. Like, my old coach from Buffalo had ended up going to the Jets. So at the time when I got traded, when I asked for my trade from Houston, and I knew I just already had a relationship with them, so I ended up with the Jets for 1 year. And I was looking at it like last, I'm like, damn, I don't play on every team except but the Patriots.
Yeah. Well,
we could use you. You would help tremendously with what we're trying to do. So just keep that in mind.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's move on to more important things. No, I'm just joking. Hey, Shaq, what's the first concert you ever been to?
The first concert I ever been to was, I think it was a Beyonce and Jay-Z concert. Mm-hmm. I think it was like my rookie year in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
First time I ever been to one.
All right.
And I just went to one a couple nights ago. I went to the Future concert. So.
Okay. How was that?
It was nice. He brought a lot of people out.
All right.
A lot of people out.
Coley, you?
My first concert?
Yeah, your first concert.
It might have been, it was probably Summer Jam back in like 02 or 03. So there was a bunch of people there.
Okay.
Just like 20 different people. So that was strong.
All right.
How about you?
Brian McKnight with my wife.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, it was all right. It was good. I'm not really a huge concert guy.
No? Why? What about them?
Well, I mean, I just grew up super poor, so just experiencing things like that, it's not something like that's on my radar. So you just kind of get conditioned to not doing certain things.
I picture you not liking the crowd aspect of it. Too many people.
You know, that's another one. That is another. I'm just not a huge crowd person.
No.
I'm not. That's just kind of been my deal. But as crazy as my Deuce is the same way. He's not a crowd person either, my son. So
yeah, like you said that I was away from everybody. Like I was in the suite. I'm like the same way. I can't be around a lot of people because I'm claustrophobic anyway. So.
See, it's not even that though. Like I don't even want to go in to the suite area. I don't want to park. I don't want to deal with the parking attendants.
Yep.
I don't want to deal with the elevator people. I don't want to deal with the escalator people. I don't want to deal with the popcorn lady, who's probably a pretty awesome person, right? I'm working on it. I'm just antisocial sometimes, right? So I don't know why. I'm working on it, man. I'm in progress. All right. What's one of the favorite cities you've played in so far, and why?
I would say Buffalo. Out of all the cities I've been to, Buffalo is a small town. You
Yeah.
know what you're gonna get. You know, the fans are all about ball, and most of them fans spend majority of their money they work for on season tickets. So, I mean, just going back to country town, it's like South Carolina to me anyway. Farm.
Yeah.
So I had got used to playing up there. I know I had played in Miami and Houston, but I mean, it wasn't never the same because you got to think about Miami. It's number tourists down here or people don't know about football. They more like soccer down here. So
Okay. So, what has been something that's ever what's been the worst thing someone has asked you to buy for them or to invest in?
the worst thing was my one of my homeboys wanted to start a label company. So he said, give me like 100,000.
Mm.
I'm like, how I'm gonna make something back from anything with that investment? And then we end up falling out. I ain't talked to him since then. But he wanted me to just give him 100,000 and see if it can possibly take off. You know how the rap game go, or it don't really work out like it's supposed to. I'll never see that money back at all. So we end up having to fall out about that. That's probably the worst thing somebody asked me though.
Okay. Coley?
What's the worst someone's asked me for money for?
Yeah.
We were at Target yesterday. My daughter was trying to get this truck, right? And she has too many trucks already. She didn't need another one. So that was probably it.
So what are you saying? Your daughter wanted a truck?
Yeah, she wanted a little truck from Target. And she just has too many as it is. She didn't need another one. We had a little bit of a falling out because she didn't understand what I was trying to say because she's 3 years old.
Like when you had, say, a falling out, like what is a non-African American parenting falling out versus?
Oh, everything was good on my side. She had the falling out with me. She had a meltdown.
Did she fall? Oh, so she hit all the non-African American teaching parenting, like in the store falling out?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just
not
like,
that bad. So that would
no.
indicate she has before.
Oh, I mean, the first 10 minutes we were at Disney, it was just all so overwhelming. She wasn't listening. She was just so overstimulated. So that was when like a full meltdown. But yeah, there was nothing like that.
No, like I hate you, daddy or mommy, none of that?
No, never. She would never say that. She loves us. She just doesn't understand sometimes.
Okay. I just had to ask because there have been I'm walking a tightrope right here because there's been some parenting, like I've seen some parenting stuff that's pretty interesting. Like kids don't get what they want, especially non-African American kids. Like they just generally kind of act a little different.
For sure. There's stereotypes and they exist for a reason, but this is just a 3-year-old being a 3-year-old.
Okay.
She's very good with the please and the thank you and very polite child, but every once in a while it's hard to talk to someone truly knows nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
They have nothing downloaded onto their brain. They have no point of reference. They don't know anything. So trying to walk them through and try and give them a lesson, not even like I'm going to show you a lesson, but like truly trying to teach them a lesson, it can be difficult.
Okay. So as I was talking, I know Shaq, he was sitting over there going, yeah, we know what he's talking about. I'm sorry. I'm not, listen,
it is what it is.
I'm not trying to be racist, right? I got to keep saying it. My wife is Caucasian. So I'm not, people think I am. I'll say like, Shaq, I'll refer to myself as light skinned. I'll say, hey man, I'm all light skinned. People are like, oh, what are you trying to say? I'm trying to say I'm light skinned. That's what I'm trying to say. So the worst thing that I've ever been asked to buy, do you want to know? It was back. You remember when Michael Jackson passed away?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
There was probably about 4 years later. I got an email. Someone was asking me to invest in a Michael Jackson cologne and perfume. Would you buy some Michael Jackson cologne or perfume, Shaq?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah.
Yes. They asked me, will I invest in Michael Jackson perfume and cologne? Like, and the actual like cologne or perfume container was like him in his, on his heels, like that. Yeah.
No man ain't buying that. I'm sorry.
So I know I already asked you, but hey, where are you from in a place you call your hometown?
Central South Carolina. It's a little small town. We got a couple names. We got DeAndre Hopkins. We from the same area.
Oh, Hoppers. Oh, that's where?
And Hop. Yeah, that's where Hop from too. Man, Hop from the same area. Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah. And then we got another one. We got another dude just signed with the Panthers, Deshaun Williams. We all came out the same year, but we ain't never win no high school football championship. We won the basketball championship.
Really?
Yeah, that was crazy. We was all on the same team. Well, Hop graduated in 2010, and I graduated in 2012. So I played like 2 years with Hop.
And what position did you play?
I was the 4. He was the 1.
Okay, all right.
Who was playing the 5 on this team?
We had another dude. He was like, we had a white boy. He was like 6'9", but he was like a tennis player. He was a good tennis player. So he was our post player. Sometimes I played the 5. I mean, my senior year, I ain't really played. Like, I played a lot, but I was going for these high school football games, so he played a lot. But, I mean, we was straight, though. Our football team, we would choke up every playoff. Our coach would do some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah. Hey, man, the pressure gets to people.
Yes, sir.
How would you describe your upbringing, just growing up in Central South Carolina?
Growing up, I mean, just how it is, man.
I'm from the city. I have no idea what it's like.
Oh, you don't know how the country is. See? Oh, see. It was just, I mean, everything was so small, so it was easy to get in trouble. And if you got in trouble, everybody gonna know who did it. So, I mean, it was things like that going on.
So what kind of trouble would you get into then? In that
I remember I had one incident. We had we took from the ice cream man, because he used to come to the neighborhood, and we'd be like 2 cents short, 1 cent short. He won't even give us no ice cream, we struggling. But one day we ended up taking all his stuff and got in trouble for that little situation.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. You short on the change, but he's supposed to still give it to you. I mean, I would
say 1 cent,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1 cent.
We ain't off.
That ain't much. I would say that. You got to give some grace for that, right?
Yeah.
You got to give some grace for that. But if he's coming every day and you're short on Monday 2 cents, you're short on Tuesday 1 cent. Now on Wednesday you short 2 cents. So that 5 cent you short now. And then if you keep going in a whole month, bro, you're talking about like you're gonna be short of like $1. Now you add $1 to that year, that's $12.
See, I think it was one particular time he did it. We was never short all the time. I think it's one time that we all got mad. We was like, man, we're going to take all this. That's the last time I ever got in trouble. That was like middle school, though.
Yeah.
And then.
So when you say take all of his stuff, what are you referring to? Like, what did you?
Like all the snacks we had, every ice cream, chips, everything ice cream man used to sell. They used to go above beyond. They probably have some toothbrushes for sale in there, or something like that.
So did y'all ransack?
Yeah. How did this operation go down? What was the plan? How was the heist?
Yeah. Before you answer, there's been enough time for expunge. Like the statute of limitation has.
Yeah, he's good.
No, we ain't never getting in trouble now. Okay. No, we never get in trouble. We did community service. That's about it.
Okay.
But other than that, we just. I think there's some time change one time, and man, it got dark at like 7 o'clock. We said, man, he come out again. We should go get all this stuff. And he knew it was us though. So say these bad kids, man, we knew y'all was gonna do that one day. And he never paid no mind. But that's the last time I got in trouble. That was middle school though. That was sixth grade. I ain't do nothing after that, you know. And then my dad had got killed in high school by a dude, a classmate I went to school with, this white dude. So that really changed everything. It just slowed me down. Like I ain't even finished going to school that year because it was like
Traumatic.
at that point, it was like it was a big war between the black and white. Because I was this football player and this dude, his daddy was like the sheriff office of the county from Pickens County. So it was like a big time war and stuff like that. I ended up sitting out the rest of my junior year, like spring practice, and I ain't go back to school until like the 6th game of my senior year in high school, football. Yeah.
So, I mean, with everything going on, so your dad was killed in an car accident by someone who happened to be, you know, someone, his father, his family member, or somebody of influence of that city or that town or that county.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying it was literally divided between, I mean, blacks against whites to some degree?
Yeah, certain degree, yeah. It was getting to the point he was getting like threat. I remember one time the police told us he getting threats, he moved away, something like that. You know y'all probably ain't seen it. The Alex Murdaugh case? You seen that on Netflix?
Yes,
you know that's from South Carolina too, right?
Yeah,
that's
I'm
South
aware
Carolina.
of that.
So
yeah,
that's kind of like the situation the situation brushed under the rug with my dad. Like the dude, they never get breathalyzed or none of that. So it all kind of went under the rug because the dude was drunk. He came back from a bonfire, you know, and never got charged. Police. So that ended up happening and stuff like that. And so when I was watching that documentary, I'm like, dang, that's kind of what happened to my pops and stuff like that. You know?
So how did your family adjust to that with, you know, losing your dad and how you lost him?
So we adjusted. I mean, because it was my mom and dad in the car accident. But my mom, like, how he ended up dying, like, he was like 6'6", and he got like smashed in the car.
Oh man!
So my mama was able to get out. So I mean, at the time I had brothers 1 and 2. They young. I was committed to Tennessee at the time. I just committed to Tennessee that time. That's how I ended up at Clemson. That's what made me stay at Clemson because that stuff happened. And yeah, I mean we handled it the right way, you know. And the crazy part, like when I got to Clemson, one day I was walking to like class. I ran into the dude, bro. He was working he was cutting grass and cleaning up for the university. I ran into him, the dude. And that's the first time I seen him since we went to school together.
How did that feel?
It was crazy. It was weird. It just like staring me up and down. And then he ended up like disappearing. And I feel like he got hit my mom up or somebody. He hit somebody up, trying to apologize. You know, so.
Man, I'm sorry for that, bro.
Yes, sir. But now that made me right though, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, so everything happened for a reason. That got me right. Because shoot, I mean, I was already I was good at football, but my grades was low. So I ended up having to go to hard grade military. Had to go grind for 6 months and then go to Clemson. So yeah, it got me right, man. That changed me. Changed the way I think and stuff.
Change the way you think? Like what?
I mean, shoot. Like, because at the time, I was supposed to have been in the accident too. Something told me to stay back. Like, I was supposed to have been in the car too. We was actually going to look for a new crib to move to, but I ain't go. So I was just, man, look, you can't take this life stuff for granted. You know, you here one day, next day you gone. So, I mean, that changed my whole mindset. Who I hang around with, like, who I was kicking with. Like, when I was from like the town of Central Clemson right there. I ain't hang with nobody I hung out with in high school. Like, I had a whole new group and stuff like that. So it just changed my whole environment. So, yeah.
So you go to Hargraves Military Academy. I'm guessing, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm guessing and stating the obvious. It's a lot different from public school.
Nah, it's
Public
different.
school.
Man, we,
In what regard is it different? Because
man,
I've
we
never
are
been to a military
okay.
academy.
Man, it's okay. So for one, we are going to all these schools with these rich ass kids. You know, parents got these busy ass jobs. So all of them, they middle schoolers was telling us what to do. Like we in post grad, we just graduated high school, middle school telling us to go march, clean up. Man, we got up at 4 a.m. every morning, walked the barracks, walked the square. Then we go out there and practice, man. We got to walk a whole mile and a half and practice. So by the time we doing that with the football and the military lifestyle, we was dead. Like it was probably, it was a great experience, but that whole 6 months, man, it was like terrible. Like one time I got in trouble trying to, because we didn't get that much time to eat. We probably got 5-10 minutes to eat, and we got like 80 people. So one time I didn't get to eat. I had went to try to go down to the next block over, get some pizza. Man, I had to walk like a bullhorn for like 80 hours, full parade uniform, winter rifle on my shoulder. If it moved a slight bit or slip, I had to start the whole 80 hours off.
80 hours?
Yes. I had to do that. It took me like 3 months to finish that. On top of playing football and stuff like that. So that was it was like real life boot camp. It put me in mind of the boot camp where you seen on Maury, if you're watching like a Maury TV show and kids was hard head back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was something like that. Yeah.
I'm good on that.
You called this a great experience. What part of it was great?
And I didn't think that part, none of that was great. It just gave me like, okay, like, man, we had to make our bed a certain way. You had to shine them shoes, man, a certain type of way. You was at chop, your face was clean cut. Man, it was just like everything was different. So when I got my rookie year in Clemson, my freshman year in Clemson, so I was ahead of every freshman that got in there. I came in just getting up 5 a.m. for workouts. That wasn't nothing to me. Came in, I ended up playing my freshman year, ended up being freshman All-America because that experience just helped me. That experience just, man, I still make my bed up the same way. It's crazy because it was just installed in me how I made it up.
Do you make it up every morning?
No, I don't make it up. I just keep it the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if we in football camp though, if we in like camp, my bed be made up the same way. I just get on top of it.
Man, how did you handle the pressure of being the top 20 pick?
Man, if you don't make no plays first, they're gonna call you a first round bust. And then like my rookie year coming in, I'm playing for Rex Ryan. Anybody know if you played for Rex Ryan, you know what type of building that motherfucker is. That motherfucker like a party. He comes and it's like a party. My rookie year, I'm on IR, getting my shoulder back. Man, my first game was in Miami, man. Motherfuckers out late at the club and stuff like that.
Hey, we ain't snitching.
Not snitching. No, I'm saying not like snitching. I'm saying we was out like doing like past curfew. So it was like a little different. But it was a little different.
Oh, yeah.
It was a little different from my rookie experience. Like I thought it was the league, because I came from Clemson, so I thought it was more like structure. So
yeah.
That kind of started me off a little bit slow. A little bit. And I ain't played no games for him. I only played 2 games for him before they fired him. So it was just kind of a little different my rookie year. And then I had to come in with McDermott. And
Boy, you talking about vinegar and water right there, huh?
Man, hey, he got me right though, man. He got me right. I remember he told us we all had a circle. He's like, hey man, you know how when you get a new GM and stuff, ain't nobody safe. I don't care if he was the first round pick at all. So that second, third year, I ended up getting right playing under McDermott. I love playing under them guys. They had got me right. If it was like my rookie year, I probably would have been out the league 2-3 years, bro, because the rookie year was bad.
So you brought up your rookie year and just, man, I read a few things about you, right? And it's like, man, I got to get my mind right, and I'm this and I'm that, and I got to grind. And a lot of young boys are, y'all young boys are, you guys are actually pretty hilarious in my opinion, because it's like, man, I gotta get right. I gotta grind. What are you not doing? Like, why do you have to grind? You're in the league, which you've already done,
Yeah.
right? You're a top 20 pick. What do you think? I mean, you were drafted by the Buffalo Bills. Then you went to Miami for whatever reason. And
They was paying
then
that money. They paid that bread.
so you signed a 3-year, $30 million deal, right?
Yeah, because Buffalo wasn't trying to sign me back that year.
Okay, right? Because they had drafted some guys, they had plans.
Yeah,
And so you go to Miami and get 3 for $30
to play outside linebacker.
to outside linebacker, which you can't play outside linebacker.
Nah.
Okay, so let's break that down. Why did you think you could play outside linebacker?
See, the plan was, okay,
See,
they signed.
but hold on. You know, when you start off,
Yeah, you're right.
So, okay, continue. I just wanted to point that out.
Because my rookie year, I got drafted as an outside linebacker in the 3-4 defense for Rex Ryan.
Gotcha.
So
Which is
I
a
guess,
rush in.
Now they had switched it up. At the time, they had Manning Lawson there. So he was basically the drop cover in, and me and Jerry on the other side, the rush in.
Yeah.
So they had put me in that. I mean,
Okay.
and then my combine, I was dropping good. I was playing out in space, catching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they seen I was a 3-4.
Okay.
But we was playing 4-3 with a 3-4 defense at Miami. That's why I ended up signing there.
All right.
It was supposed to be mixed, but first couple of games we was getting torched in there, and we went back to 3-4. So that's how that happened in Miami. So they told me I can only play third down. Yeah.
Okay. So when they told you that, you were like, okay, cool, great.
Yeah, and then I end up, I knew I had a relationship with Coach Coley had got the job at Houston. And he was at Buffalo, like the coordinator at the time.
He was coaching. He was coach at wide receiver.
Yeah, something like that. And I knew I had a relationship with him, and went down there. So I don't think I lasted like 2-3 months, man. And I asked for a trade.
Why? What happened?
I mean, it was just
interesting.
Yeah, it was different. I mean,
yeah.
If you know anybody been in that Houston organization, man, it's different. It's kind of different.
All right.
Yeah.
So 3 years, $30 million. You got paid. Then you got traded to Houston. Then Houston released you?
No. I asked to be traded. They traded me like the third preseason.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I ain't asked to get traded. I ain't never asked to get traded from Miami. They traded for me.
Oh, okay.
They had traded for me, and then when I got there, I asked for a trade, and they was mad, like, why you want to ask for a trade? And I'm like, it's a little different than I expect. And I knew at the time Carl Lawson had got hurt. So that's when I asked for a trade, and I knew I could have been back with my old D-line coach at the Jets. That's how I ended up there.
Okay. Yeah. And how did that go for
you? If we was losing, I ain't gonna lie. I was coming from
Clemson.
I even had I was Miami. We even had a top 5 defense. In Buffalo, man, I was at bottom last of every category last year, from top to bottom. So that experience was a little different. Even though we were young too, I think at the time, the oldest players on defense was me, C.J. Mosley, and LaMarcus Joyner at the time.
Okay. So. And then they released you.
Yep. They released me the last game of the season, right before I was due. I think I was probably due for $9 million. They released me and told me, like, I think you're going to help a playoff team, Baje, and Buffalo ended up calling me doing playoff in Cincinnati. But I end up ended up not going, ended up having my sports hernia surgery because I was been playing with a hurt groin too. And ended up having sports hernia surgery and took that league minimum deal last year to Buffalo and just grind it out and made the most of it.
So in college, you had a torn labrum.
Yo.
And in the pros, you had a hernia, sports hernia.
Yeah, sports hernia, yo.
Okay. Like, how are you having these injuries that you don't know about? Like,
No, man. I ain't never been the type to like complain. Like when I first got in the league too, like if you hurt now, you go to some teams, you go to a training room, they report your ass upstairs. Like depending on what team you're in. But some teams like you going to training room. It depends on what team.
Most teams, most teams have to report an injury.
Yeah. No, I said no reported like the injury. I'm saying if you're going in there, you get a little soft tissue where they'll probably say you coming in there too much or something like that.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, So then me, I ain't never knew my groin was torn because I remember I went to Dr. Myers. I went to go check. When I went to go check my groin was torn, Dr. Myers, not Dr. Myers, I think it was whoever in Philly, whatever his name is. He told me I ain't need a surgery. And he was like, I was like one of the first players he told, like, he don't need surgery. So I'm like, dang, they was like, get it stronger. So I ended up getting it stronger. So I probably get stem cells in again, right? And then one time I think when I was at the Jets, I pulled it again, and I ended up having surgery.
Okay. Well, the torn labrum, that like has to do with like when you lift your arm, that's painful, right?
Yeah, it was only pain. I mean, once I put that sling on, it resists me. Like I stopped.
Okay, but like you weren't wearing a sling in like when you weren't playing. Like like when you lift your arm up when you're not in a sling, that's not normal. It shouldn't hurt. Like that didn't register?
That didn't hurt when I do that. It didn't hurt when I did that. It used to pop out. I knew something was wrong with it when I used to pop out when I was asleep at night. Like it'd pop out when I was asleep.
You just toss it back in and go on with your day?
Yo.
Does that?
Yeah.
Like, so you just in your sleep. Man, and then you roll over?
Yeah, by the time, I just knew how to do it at the time. When I did it, like Clemson told me, like, okay, you might need surgery. Man, that's week one of the season. I ain't about to stop and put no surgery. I'm trying to get ready to play.
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm not saying that. I'm trying to connect the dots on the injuries you had that you find out so much later that requires surgery. Like,
yeah, I see. They just told me, like, if you go look at every Clemson player track record and went to a league, the motherfuckers come in hurt. If you go look at it, it's everybody. Everybody come in that motherfucker hurt. It was just, I don't know. But I think last 2 years I ain't have no injuries at all. I played at my best last year.
We think. You get a broken kneecap. Like who knows what's going on?
Nah, man, not broken.
Oh man, what I know you got released by the Jets, and that was tough on you. And then obviously I saw you up in Buffalo, and me and you had a conversation. And so I want to kind of expand on that conversation because you said something that was really interesting. You was like, man, I'm just learning. I'm just going to keep my mouth closed. Why do you feel like you need to keep your mouth closed? Like from your perspective, not like, oh, I'm this or that, but just, you just seem very determined to make sure you just go about your business and then really just do your work and go home and keep your mouth closed. Why?
No, I learned this about this league, man. Them folks don't give a fuck about you. So, I came in. I used to be when I first got in the league. I'm talking, laughing, blah. And the day they didn't care. So my mindset when I came back to Buffalo was different. I'm like, hey, this Shaq. I'm put my head down. I'm working. I'm gonna have a good day and things like that. I just knew some of the business ain't real. You know, it's slicey business in the league. You know, so I had that, and then when I went, that's another reason. Like me, I like to talk, man. I ain't gonna lie. I talk junk. When I make a play, I'm talk junk and let people hear practice and everything. Like that's how I was every day.
Okay.
And I think when I first got back to Buffalo, one coach took that from me. That's why I really was left. They told me to be seen and not heard. So it kind of made me shift back on that a little bit too until, man, McDermott let me, I started making plays. McDermott said, man, get back to that dog, what you talk jump to, like you usually do. I'm like, all right. And let me get back to that. It just made me better.
Be seen, not heard.
Yeah, that's what I was told after the conditioning test. I thought I killed the conditioning test, bro. Because I'm running. You know, if I'm running and I'm talking and motivated, saying this shit ain't easy, this shit ain't hard, I'm motivated. So they weren't trying to hear that and just told me to be. That's how I knew it was my last time in Houston. So I know I had to. If I can't be the player, and I know I was at camp first 2 weeks, quiet as hell in practice. Just threw my game off.
Man, tell me some of the guys in the locker room, like guys that like funny guys or guys that are like you just wouldn't think had that type of personality.
Funny guys. I'm really gonna go back to the old head, man. That Marcel Darius was funny. Really? Marcel Darius. I was with Brandon Spikes for a little bit.
Oh man,
with Brandon Spikes. Kyle Williams. He wasn't a laugh or a joking or nothing like that. He was more serious.
Really?
More serious. Yeah, Kyle would never. Yeah, Kyle was just always serious. I ain't really see a laugh or smile out of Kyle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never see him.
What about Jerry Hughes?
Oh yeah, Jerry, he cool. He cool. Yeah. But when he get mad, man, hey, I know you seen that when he turned up on that referee after the game. Man, he a different person. It's a Jerry and it's a Gary. You get the Gary, he real crazy, man. But yeah, I had some good vets around me, and then the newer cats now, Tre'Davious White funny. You know,
he is funny.
Tre'Davious White funny. He gonna give you a laugh. Isaiah McKenzie was funny. The little receiver we had.
Yeah.
They all got their own everybody got their own little vibe by themselves, you know. I like the Buffalo. Everybody just vibing with each other, though. I mean, everybody was hanging out with each other.
Tell me about Coach Washington.
Man, I love Coach E, man. Coach E. Yeah. Man, Coach E, you know, you could tell he came from a military background because how he coached and stuff is like he wants you to be the best. And shoot, I actually learned a lot from him this year, and I actually had worked out for him coming out in the combine. But Coach E, man, he's a great brother, man. I like him. Mm-hmm.
So Eric Washington is D-line coach. I had him in Carolina, man. He's very detailed.
Yeah.
Man, he don't miss anything, right?
Nah.
It's almost like, you know, you think a camera's in the room. I mean, he's going over every little thing, but he does make sure that the guys that play for him have all the information that's possible. What the tendencies are of the offensive lineman, what the tendencies are for that style of offense, which gaps do they prefer to run into, even sometimes what kind of style the running back is or the tight end and all that stuff. So there's a lot of detailedness. You know, so that makes me think about you've played for 3 different organizations. How, if you coming out of college right now, these guys are coming out of college, because we talk about this all the time, where there's some good and bad off a draft pick. Like he may be lacking a technique. Man, how much does coaching matter and the system you're in matter?
It matters a lot. Yeah, it matters. You got to be in the right system. You got to be in the right system.
What do you mean right system, though? Break that down.
Like you was just talking about me. Like for example, you know I went to outside linebacker
Yeah, I knew that.
and stuff like that. So you got to be what you're more comfortable in. Like, put your hand in the dirt, like, get off the ball. But some systems, like coaching, I mean, you can get the X's and O's at the end of the day. You know, they might put you in the right position to make plays. But at the end of the day, it's about you perfecting your own craft and stuff like that. It's, shoot, you got coaches in the league, but I mean, how much you really learning from a coach if you already been there? I mean, you learning basically the same stuff every year, but in a different type of form, how they use their coaching philosophy or something like that. So I'm basically telling them, like, work on your craft. You're gonna know what you need to work on. Stay in the playbook, and film study. Film is gonna be your biggest friend in the NFL, man. I ain't gonna lie. You pick up tendencies left and right. So those guys go in there and do that, and they have a great chance. They have a great chance to be successful. That film is big in the NFL. I've seen from taking a step from college into the NFL, because you'll see a guard leaning back. He got all his fat ass leaning back. Oh, he gonna pull. This might be a counter pass or a counter weak, counter strong or something like that. I know that's coming as a fire technique, so I can hammer or spill if I got to, shit like that. So, I mean, that's the biggest part from transferring from college in the NFL.
What are some of the linemen, like some good linemen that you've gone against? And then there's been some guys that you know, I don't want to say that you know, bust out, but you know, not every lineman is built the same. Not every lineman blocks. But tell me some offensive linemen that you went against. You're like, ooh, okay, right?
Okay, that big boy from Philly.
I mean, there's a lot of big boys in Philly.
Simone.
Are you
not Lane Johnson, the other one? He's Simone, right?
Mata, yeah.
Yeah, Mata.
Man, he's so athletic, you know, because he played rugby. So he's very athletic and strong with his hands. Man, Armstead, he a beast, you know. I actually played him good this year. That 1 year I played at the Jets, when he played at the Seattle, that boy, ain't gonna lie, he put the goddamn hands on me a few plays.
Hold on. Like, what's your version of putting hands on you? Like,
Hey, you trying to rush? You think you're gonna rush a move, and the boy punch you in your chest right quick? Punch you in your chest. I had that happen a couple times. Like I think, man, like with that one game last year when we played the Patriots, man, I'm beating Trent Brown when we played him in New England. He setting me soft, want to shoot his hands late. So I'm thinking he about to set me the same way. He ain't never switch up the set. As soon as I came out, he punched my ass in the chest. Bam! I said, "Oh, okay, he coming different." I said, "He coming different." He punched me like twice. I said, "All right, next time he punch, I'm about to dip on underneath something." But he changed his whole game up.
Wow.
But you know, rookie linemen, all rookie offensive linemen come in the league, they struggle with power, like because it's too fast for them. So you get a rookie, man, just power. You know, but it's you know. So
have you ever went against Big Trent?
Yeah, Trent nasty, Trent dangerous.
Yeah. How did that work out for you?
Trent, man, I had a couple of good rushes on him. I think he had an inline tight end, so I came from a 9. But then one time, Trent, you know, Trent. Sometimes you got to make Trent respect you. If you don't respect you, he'll backpedal and do some dumb, crazy shit. Backpedal, not a regular backpedal stand. He'll cross legs over and still block you. Like he had did our one D in like that.
Hold on. He crossed his legs?
Yeah, you know how they supposed to kick? Nah, he ain't kick. He just ran back. Like he just did it like that and still block. I said, "Oh yeah, he different. He different."
QB dropbacks from left tackle.
Yeah, man. I said, "Oh yeah, he playing with him."
Wow. So he backpedaled, crossed his legs, and blocked the dude.
Still blocked him. I said, "Oh yeah, Trent dangerous.
Yeah,
he dangerous."
Wow. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. That was. It was. That's why I came with the bucket. I said, damn, that's disrespectful. He just backpedaled. I said, man, you should have just powered his ass. Like, he tried to. But what's the name like that too, though? If he get back in his shape,
who?
Man, Mekhi Becton, man. If he get back right, bro,
yeah,
he was like that his rookie year. His rookie year, he was manhandling people, bro.
Really?
His rookie year, he was killing. Because he played at the Jets, and I was at Miami at the time. That man was manhandling. But shoot, once he get back to there, he gonna be back up there. That boy had a lot of weight on.
What about any tight ends you go up against that you just like, you ain't got it, bro? Like in a blocking category.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never went against Kittle. That's why I ain't gonna never say like, but any other tight end, I'll be trying to fuck them up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be trying to fuck them up. But I ain't never went against him or nothing like that. I remember one time, you weren't playing. I ain't played when you had your boy. They had put Greg Olsen against me one time, bro.
Oh, good luck.
I said, "Oh, they wrong for that, man. They wrong for that, man." I remember that.
Man, Greg Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
So Greg was talking to you the whole time, huh?
Yeah, he was talking to me. Yeah,
all right, buddy. Hey. Play's over now. Play's over.
He said, man, chill. He said, man, I'm about to tee off. You, Greg Olsen, I'm about to tee off on your ass. You ain't supposed to be blocking. I told him.
Oh, man. Hey, let me tell you a funny story about Greg Olsen. So when Greg was here, when I was with Greg in Carolina, we also had Ben Harside, right? And Ben and Greg were starting too after Shockey left. Right, Shockey had retired. Jeremy Shockey. Bro, we used to be in a huddle, and depending on the play, Greg will veto Harside. So if it was like a run play to the right, and Greg's supposed to be to the right, hey, switch. I was in the huddle. I was like, right? If it was a pass, so he'll switch. Then all of a sudden it was a pass play going to the left, going to the left tight end. He'll be like, switch. And Harside would switch. Boy, I was like, dog. Right? So I knew that. So I would watch that. So, we had to run a bunch formation. And right in a bunch formation, we got to do a crack, or we got to hit, man on man, or he would say switch. So we in bunch formation one time. DN gets out wide. Right? He recognizes the tendency, so he gets out a little bit wider. So he's splitting. He's splitting Greg, who's at the point, and I'm outside, and then somebody else is inside. He looks at me talking about switch. I said, nah, bro, I ain't switching.
He went to the crap, but he wasn't.
I said, nah, I'm not switching, dog. Switch. I said, nope. Not switching. And here's why. I saw him do that to Harside so many times. So whether it was right or wrong, I just had in my mind, like, he just don't want this work. So why do I got to get your work? That's not, I'm capable of blocking him, but I don't want to. And now it's just off principle.
That's not the play coach designed. That's not my job. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm supposed to go up to the second level. I'm supposed to get a linebacker. I'm not handling the D line. I don't feel like doing it. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So it happened. So, it's a lot of things that happen. Man, how long do you want to play in the National Football League?
Man, I'm trying to 10 plus. I'm trying 10 to do 10 plus. Yep.
And then after that 10 plus, what do you want to do with your life after that? So let's say you play 14 years, man. That puts you at what? 30?
30. Well, I'm 28 right now. I'm 28, so like 34.
34. All right, you 34 years old. You've played, 12, 14 years in the league, man. Where do you see yourself going from there at 34 years old?
So right now I got a couple trucking business. I run from Charlotte. I got that going on, so I'm gonna
Okay.
expand on that a lot more. Get more trucking, and then start flipping cribs. And I'm always gonna want to go back. I gotta go back and finish my degree at Clemson. So
Okay.
that's probably gonna be the first thing I do. Go back and finish my degree. Probably do a little grad coaching, and because I got like 30 hours left, I need to go finish.
Oh, that's a whole year and a half. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Still can't pass statistics, huh?
I got my science class. I can't.
Oh, okay. It was statistics for me, bro.
Yeah, that's science. I don't take it like I took it 3 times.
Yeah. Ain't learned nothing from it the third time, man.
Nope.
All right. Well, I know where you at. Hey, man, appreciate your time, bro. Appreciate you just hanging out with us, man. Appreciate you just being yourself, bro. So appreciate you coming on the pod, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man.
Cut to it, let's get down to it.